get back what was rightfully theirs.
And what?
Why should they not be given back what was rightfully theirs in the beginning?
Are you taking the piss, mate?
No,
have you
looked at the map? Have you looked at the map back in the day when it was known as the Kingdom of Israel?
Okay,
hold on.
I can't remember what the word is. Can somebody give me the word? What's the word for? It begins with K. What you're talking about? It's a specific type of Jewish person, yeah. And there is
the Canaanite.
Yeah, right. And what you're talking about, the people that came over in 1946 were the Eastern European Jewish people. They were the Poles, they were the Czechs, they were the Ukrainians, they were the Russians.
I'm talking about in AD, for example. Way back then, when, for example, Jesus was born, right? Where was Jesus born?
Sean, hold on. If I move into my flat today and come back in 10 years' time, it's not then automatically my flat again.
No, that's different.
You can't just move into it because it was mine.
You're talking about a house compared to a country. What I'm saying is basically, where was Jesus born back in the day?
Cardiff, they moved out. They left.
No, hold on. Where was he born?
Jerusalem.
Right. Where is Jerusalem?
Right, but if we're going to
go... Hold on. One at a time, I say. Before Palestine was formed, where was Jerusalem? And Israel, right? Then what happened to Israel? It was colonized, correct? So Israel was there long before Palestine and before everything else. So my point to you right now is that you want to talk about history about 1940.
It wasn't Israel. Hello, Sean. It was Israel. It was Judea.
Israel
was the man and the Israelites were his tribe. You've been told this time and time again.
Whatever, right? Regardless,
yeah, but
it was rightfully there.
And what you're talking about, right?
Well, you want to
being Jewish, right? Let me explain this.
1946.
Let me explain this. Yeah, being Jewish is a religion, right? And we have the I've just fucking read it. The Ashkenazi Jews, yeah, which are the European side of Judaism. Yeah. So what you're saying is I understand what you're saying, and I understand the historical and the geographical point that you are trying to make, talking about originally back Jesus, etc. But these people were not European Jewish people.
Sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to say thanks for letting us up, but I gotta go.
And the people that have come in and that are stealing the land are European Jewish folks. Yeah, it's not the same people. I'm not as clued up on the history. I'm learning about it as we speak. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. What you're talking about is when you go back to what are the two brothers called, Ishmael and I know what I'm talking about in regards to it. I know you do. Can you look in? Can I ask you a favour? Can you look into it further, and we can have a further conversation about this at a later date as well? Yeah, please send me this prompt because I need this. It bothers me. I can't lie. Just look into the history of. No, I do. Listen, I sit here and I spend my evenings over and over it because to me, I never understood this as a kid, and I was ignorant to it as a kid, and it was just something that was always on the news. Yeah, right. And then since October the 7th, yeah, when everything was being put everywhere, I didn't feel right about a load of stuff, and I went and I researched it myself, and I sit here and I spend hours and hours and hours of evenings watching podcasts from both sides. I don't take a stance off only one.
Roadman, the UN have said that it's a probable G-side. However, hold on, I'm not finished. The fucking court case is still going on, so they've not declared it a full G-side, but they said it's probably G-side going on at the moment. Plausible, there you go.
Yeah, but under international law, the actions that they did has been justified. No, it's not. No, it's not. Hold on. It's not. Absolutely not. How can you justify the death? Roman, listen to me. What I mean by international law, if you look into it, right? So you know as well as I do, right? The UK hospitals, people can't touch them. They're called a safe haven, correct? Where's Roadman?
You left, mate.
No, I think you made me drop. You must have said something.
I've had acting like a fucking cunt, that's why. Roadman, get back in.
It said I was dropped by a mod.
Yeah, it's fine. Right, but my question to you was, if you didn't hear me, right? Under international law, for example, this is an example, so go with the example to start with, right? The UK hospitals are a safe haven, correct?
Well, it's supposed to be, yeah. Well,
right,
yeah,
so,
UK,
for example, if Russia, Germany, America, or whatever the case may be, went to war against the UK and attacked our hospitals, that would be classed as a G-side, correct? And they would be breaking international law, correct?
Right.
Right. So what would you have to do as a British person running your country? What would you have to do to break that safe haven clause?
Right, now stop all that. Now I know already where you're going. Stop it.
Exactly.
Right, I'm not being funny. No, listen. Right, when we are talking about one of the most powerful militaries in the world, yeah. Look, we have the perfect example of how they handled the situation in Iran. Yeah, they literally sent that missile so precise. Yeah. And it did the job that they intended it to do, right? And then when it comes down to it, all of a sudden, oh no, we can't be as precise when it comes to hospitals, when it comes to babies, there is nothing you can say, right? That when we have a country who will not allow foreign press in there because they do not want the world to see what's going on, and no matter who pushes them for this, yeah, and it is no matter who pushes them, yeah, whether it's British media, whether it's American media, this is the most journalists that have been killed in one place at one time.
Alive.
All right, I'm sorry.
Come back, Roadman.
Right, and there is more. You've got that many journalists being unalived because of all